Hey guys, so I haven't made a video in years, and so a lot changed. That's why I stopped making videos. So 2018, I got shot 5 times. I nearly died. I was in ICU. I was in a 4-day induced coma. A lot changed. You know, I got married. I got divorced. So many things happened, but I'm gonna talk about going the ICU, being in a coma, and all that, right? So my friends always ask me, like, dude, did you go anywhere? Did you see anything? Any lights? Any fucking... No, bro. No, I did not go anywhere. I did not see any lights, so no tunnels, no Jesus, no Satan, no aliens, no fucking ball of light, bro. No, nothing, okay? I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't see anything. I was having the sleep of my fucking life. It was the best fucking thing to ever happen to me, okay? I was in depression, severe depression, okay? Since 16 until the day I woke up from my coma. I went from I went from being manically depressed to completely cured when I woke up from my coma. Right? I went into the coma fucking fucked up, wishing I was dead every single second I was alive, to instantly cured. Okay? Best thing to ever happen to me, man. Like, fucking induced coma was the shit. If your loved one is going under, don't worry about it, man. Like, they're gonna be fine. They can't hear you touching them, you talking to them. You're just helping yourself. If it makes you feel good, do it. But I couldn't remember. Like, I don't remember a thing. It was just blackout, just complete blackout. It's like when you sleep and you don't dream. Identical, just way more comfortable, right? But when I woke up, it was a different fucking story. I woke up in the worst pain of my life, physical pain of my life. Big difference. So I woke up to the worst physical pain of my life. I've broken everything there you can imagine on my body, man. Like, you name it, I've broke it. I've injured it. I've ripped it. I've tore it. But I've never been in this much pain. I've never been in that much pain before. So, the amount of physical pain was fucking crazy. So I woke up to 2018. I was in Lady of the Holy Cross, Providence, in the Valley, the trauma center there. Amazing place. If your loved one is there, it's an amazing place. If your loved one is in ICU or is having a traumatic event happen to them, make sure they get transferred to a good trauma center. Okay, that might be the deciding factor of if your loved one lives or dies. Okay, every hospital has an ICU section, but not every hospital is a trauma center, right? Because they have to constantly be dealing with trauma. And if a hospital isn't dealing with trauma on a daily basis, then they don't have the same doctors. They don't have the quality of doctors. They don't have all the machines. They have to have everything, right? So the nurses, the hospital, the doctors, the everything has to be it has to be designed for that, right? So they had to transfer me there, which was probably one of the reasons why it saved my life is because I got transferred there. A lot of hospitals can't handle it. I had two doctors, not primary, but like the main doctors. One of them flew from New York to do this operation overnight, man. So both doctors, that whole team, you know, fucking amazing. So, and then they put me in a coma. I don't remember a thing in the coma. I wake up. First thing I notice is, I've never been in so much pain. The second thing I notice is I'm not depressed. Holy shit, it was like fucking just a reboot. It was like hitting reboot it's like restart on the computer, man. It just cured my fucking, my depression. I think it's called the Milwaukee the Milwaukee process, or the Milwaukee tree. They do it for fucking people that have rabies and shit. Basically, one of the only people that ever survived rabies was because they got put in a induced coma, which stopped their brain function, right? Which basically let their body heal itself before it could do brain damage to them, you know? And it worked. So I guess the same thing fucking worked for me. And the amount of pain I was in when I woke up was, again, unbearable, man. They had me on a synthetic opiate. I was on what's that fucking drug that's killing people now, man? It's that synthetic morphine. Anyways, when I remember it, I'll say it. But so they had me on that, and they had me maxed out because I kept telling them, give me more, and they're like, dude, we can't legally give you any more pain medication than we've already gave you. And it was barely taking the edge off. I was high as a kite. Every time I would blink, I would be launched into like a dream place where vividly I was in a different place. So my friend's talking to me, he'd say, dude, are you hearing me? Yeah, I'm hearing you, you know? But every time I blink, I'm in a different place. So every time I blink, I keep my eyes closed for like a second, 2 or 3 seconds, you know? Because every time I blink, I'm vividly in a different place. Clear, just in a different place every single time I blink. But I could hear my friend as my eyes are closed. So I'm in like 2 places at once. And he's like, are you processing me, bro? Like, you know? Yeah, I am. You know, I'm nodding because I can't fucking talk. Nurses. There was one of the best feelings was waking up to a beautiful face. Some of the nurses were gorgeous, and they had so much patience and so much empathy and sympathy, and they were so good at what they do, man. Thank God for those nurses, man. They do so much of the work. You know, the doctor does the main thing, but the nurses do the rest. If you have bad nurses, it changes the entire environment. The guy nurses weren't that good at all. There was a gay guy, he was amazing. He was doing his job right, you know, but there was just nothing that equated to having one of those beautiful nurses that knew what they were doing, you know? Because they were so nice. They'd come in, hey, handsome, you know, you look pretty messed up, but don't worry, I got you, you know? It's me taking care of you tonight. I'll be visiting you all night, making sure you're comfortable. If you sleep, go ahead. Well, you know, we're gonna make our rounds. It was like an angel walking in the door and telling you that, you know? It's just amazing. I was also so thirsty. It was like I've been in a desert for days. I kept writing water, and they kept just putting. They get this little. It's like a pen with a little sponge on the end of it. And they dip it in cold water, and they put it around my mouth. And I had all these tubes in my mouth, tubes everywhere, man. And I kept writing water, and like, bro, I can't give you water. You know, it was one of the guys, and bro, I can't give you water. You got tubes in your mouth. I could just dip this shit, you know, for you. And I was like, bro, do any of these, I wrote down on the thing, bro, like I can't even see the pad, but I'm writing and I'm giving it to him. And do any of the tubes go into my stomach? He's like, yes, they do. I go, okay, just grab a funnel, attach it to a tube, fill it up with water, bro, it'll go to my stomach. Man, I can't do that to you, bro. What are you talking about? I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Please, just close the door, lift your skirt, grab your balls, find a funnel, pour some water down my throat. Please, I fucking beg you, man. Like, I won't. Don't worry, I won't tell none of the dots. Like, you're good, bro. This guy fucking listened, and he did it after. This is like the third day of me asking for water endlessly, you know. This guy actually found a funnel, attached it to the hose, filled it up with water, and it was the most amazing feeling. It was cold water rushing up from my stomach, up and outwards. When you usually drink cold water, you know, on a hot day, you can feel it going down and expanding. This was the opposite. You know, it was from my stomach out, and it quenched my thirst. And I shut the fuck up about water for another like 2 days, because it was just, man, I was so thirsty. I don't know, maybe it was my body like being in so much trauma, right? I don't know, but yeah. So the water thing, man. If you're a nurse and they want water, they really want water. It's not like I was just thirsty. I would have drank salt water if you gave it to me. Like, fuck. Crazy cold. Just, I don't know, man. But, so, because of all the tubes, because they touched my lungs, and I had both lungs collapse, right? So, anytime they touch your lungs, you lose 11% muscle mass a day. I left the hospital in 11 and a half days, and I had to relearn how to walk. I had to relearn how to do everything. I came out full body atrophy. Full body atrophy. I came out looking like a skeleton, like a fucking Auschwitz survivor and shit. And you can't imagine the amount of muscles and amount of energy it takes to move your index finger left and right, or any finger left and right, not up and down, left and right. It took me a week to get that back in my right hand. All right, just fucking crazy. So I had to relearn how to walk and everything else, and it was horrible. 6 months later, I caught a heart attack. I got a heart attack, I believe, because the atrophy, I believe it even affected my heart and everything, man. 6 months later, I had a heart attack. I didn't have clogged arteries or anything like that, but it was just irregular rhythm that I didn't get enough oxygen to my heart, and it was worse than getting shot, man. It was worse than getting shot. I had no control. Here's my heart going fucking crazy, and I'm dying. I know it, and I have no control. I'll tell that story later, but I woke up the next day after the heart attack. I got over the depression. Now I have severe anxiety. And my anxiety is identical to having a heart attack. I was going to the ER every fucking day for 2 weeks thinking I'm having a heart attack. But I'm having panic attacks. That traumatized me more than getting shot 5 times, the hospital, the everything. Just fucking crazy, and I'm still going through this shit. And you know, I'm on fucking medication for it, but for fuck's sake, it's like I'm having a heart attack, dude. Like, it wigs you out. It's so fucked up. So I got over being manically depressed to severely severe anxiety and panic attacks 6 months later. And I'm still going through that shit. So I'll talk about all that later too, I guess. And I guess you guys have a nice day. I'll leave it at that for now.